I gotta say something. I looked at Casey's message right there and I got stuck for a minute. Like, should I just do it right now? But I can't, bro, because I gotta get the lyrics and I wanna do it right. But I got you. Definitely got you. And guess what? Trump, president, sent troops to Iran. What does that mean? Help me get this camera straight, you guys. It's Saturday morning. Let's go. Let's get it together. Let's get this camera started. Let's get that camera started. Let's get that camera started so we can start the show. You know, we start a little bit early. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day. I hope you guys can hear me as well. You know, definitely very important for you to be able to hear me. And definitely, Casey, I definitely gonna do my boys joint. You know how that is without question. And I wish you would have sent me that in Discord yesterday. I would have did it right now. That's my brother right there. And it's so easy. It's like I only don't know what 2 or 3 words. I just want to do it right. Because when I do that, I tear that up. And I'm going to go into another one too. And send something up for my people. Hope everybody's having a fantastic day this morning. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Back to the matter that you came here to chill with me. I appreciate you. Let me see what's going on with these cameras. Let me close this up real quick to get back out the chat. I like to see what's going on the cell phone up there. How y'all doing this Saturday morning with the doo 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 doo? Oh man, that used to be my favorite with the karate flicks in the morning on Saturday with the big bowl of cereal. Yeah, you guys, y'all know how we do it. Let's get that tie straight. We got to be perfect up in here, the best way that we can get it. We got to do the best with what we got. That's how we do it over here. Okay, okay. Nah, bro, you still leaning like a little bit of lean on me. Fix that when you're not strong. How y'all doing this morning? That's what I said. I said Trump, President Trump sent troops to Iran. What does this mean? We're going to find out in a minute. We got our camera straight and we got time to do some things. Now, I think we got some time to do some things. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Please let me know. I really would appreciate that. Let me go ahead and fix the chat because it got away from me. Okay, Bugatti with the fire jams. I really appreciate that, Liberty, because I do it for y'all. I really do. I promise you I do it for you. And for me as well, because it's a lot of fun to reminisce and go over those songs. You know, so it's a lot of fun to do that. I got to be honest with you. I see a little thing going on right about there. Yeah, you know, we can do a little better. Try to keep ourselves in play. I like that. Ooh, I really like that. I'm going to leave it alone while I'm ahead. I'm going to leave it alone while I'm ahead with the little strip on top. Where we at with our time right now, you guys? Okay, we definitely got enough time to do what? Because it always helps and it always makes us right. Let's get those prayers up. Want to make sure that we're praying for our family, our friends, our pets, everybody in the world. We want to pray for security. Let's pray to be able to speak to each other and have a debate and come up with great solutions. Let's pray and let's just to try to do good by each other. And like I said, we always pray for our animals. Amen. And who we praying for in this morning to make sure that everybody's safe? Luigi, we got liberty and justice in the building. Want to definitely pray for you and thank you for all the love. Mark Dorfman, Rebecca Lanya and Bueno, she's definitely covered up under this prayer as well as T. T got game. How you doing, T got game? Casey, what's up, my bro? You already heard what I said, right? You already know I got you, so don't even worry about it. Luigi, what's up, Mark Dorfman? Hey Casey, what's going on? Like I said, I know you already know I got you, right? Mark Dorfman, I hope you're doing fantastic. Mark, I hope your wife is doing great, and I hope the rescue is doing fantastic, my brother. Please let us know if we can do anything to help out. Amen. That's right. We already got people up in the building that have a rescue and already show their love. Mark, you need to brag a little bit. Send over some photos of the dogs and the animals that you guys rescue so we can put it up here on the network, bro. You family. Stop playing with me, man. I would love to show that. You know what I'm saying? Let's get into it, you guys. Let me fix this audio over here. It's Saturday morning. It's Saturday morning. Let's get it on. Okay, we could take a little bit more. Okay, yeah, we could take a little bit more. We always could take a little bit more. No, and we got to put the pause on that one as well. The pause on that. Y'all ready? Because I'm ready to go. Hope everybody's ready. It's Saturday morning, you guys, and it's our bottom line time. I'm ready to get it in. me, 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 me. I probably saw every single episode of Tom and Jerry, by the way, so don't even go there. Y'all ready? Where we at with it? Uh-huh. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. And then what we do? Wind it up. Wind it up. Backwards. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's not time yet. I'm gonna give him a little more. Hit him with the wave. Uh, 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 Make me look good. Come on, let's go. We right there. I know. Yeah. Okay. Olay. Now, who else you know they watch that good? Come on now, stop playing. And what we got to do this morning, we got to open up those pores. Uh-oh, what was that? We got to open up those pores. Don't want to be... Open up those pores and we hit that Congo drum. It's cold in New York. I don't know about you guys, but these fingertips are cold. That's right. That's why we use them to open up those pores and don't want to be what? Don't want to be don't want to be. Y'all ready? I don't want to be a player no more. For my thugs, baby, for my thugs, say the Punisher, and I got what you're looking for. For my thug, I don't wanna be a player no more. I gotta do the clean version. I'm a thug, and I got what you're looking for. You know. Hey, yo, I'm still not a hater, but you still a hater. Elevator to the top high. See you later, I'm gone. Penthouse suites, penthouse freaks, penthouse suites, penthouse suites, penthouse suite with the option to buy. I don't want to be a player no more. To the Punisher, because you got what you're looking for. Y'all know what we doing right now. It's your boy BOOGOTTINC. It's Saturday morning, and if pump that beat. It's Saturday the 17th. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host Bugatti NYC, and this here's our bottom line. Where we be talking about this and that and that and this. And this, and that, but we be talking about this, and that, and that, and this, and this, and that just got me lit. Don't wanna be a player. I don't wanna be a player no more. For my thugs, baby. Punisher, said they got what you're looking for. R.I.P. Big Punisher. That was one of my favorite songs besides the other one. That was one of the joints that was crazy. Big Punisher, rest in peace. Shout out to the Bronx, entire squad, family, and everybody. My boy Chris, yes, the real family right there. Definitely want to give them a shout out. It's your boy Bugatti NYC, and like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate it. It's our bottom line time. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. It's Saturday. That means hi, damn you. You tried to kill my master. That used to be my favorite stuff, you guys. Saturday mornings, big bowl of cereal, and the karate flicks. I used to love that so much. I hope you guys are ready to get into it, because guess what we about to do? I got 5 on it. I'm going to stack 5 videos at a time. All I need you guys to do is stay on topic, stay on point. Let me know where you're chiming in from, and let me know what time it is. I'd love to know what time it is, what regions, states, countries, because guess what? We go everywhere, and we prove it. We do follow-ups, and that's what we do over here. Like I was telling you guys earlier, we got a lot of trending topics, a lot of current events, but again, you guys know that whatever we start, we finish. So we got follow-up stories. We got a lot to talk about. So guess what? I'm only going to ask you guys to let me know where you're chiming in from, what time it is, and also what state, country, or region that you're at. You know what I'm saying? Because this way I can make sure that the dialogue stays on point and you can have something to talk about that's relevant to your area. That's right, you guys. And without any further ado, because I'm ready to get to work, let's get into these titles. I'm ready to get to work early this morning, you guys, so let's go. We got Trump. President Trump sends troops into Iran. What does this mean? That's right, you guys, and I'm going to just try to tell you a little bit. If you already saw what happened in Venezuela, do you think that he's going to possibly, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to try to give away any secrets before they set up, like I declare war or battleship, the way they set up first. I ain't going to do that. I'm not going to tell it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because secondly on the board we have, what has the former Venezuelan president Nicolas Maduro been actually charged with? You guys didn't have any idea of what he's been charged with? What's the charges? I'd like to know. We're going to get into that as well. Last but not least, what do we have? We got Charlie Kirk, the alleged accuser of Tyler Robinson, in court to try to get rid of the entire prosecution. They're saying that the prosecutors have, of course, done something in a legal manner in which was not correct. And guess what? They're trying to get rid of the entire prosecution. We're going to figure out what that's about. We got that and much more, you guys. And guess what? Without any further ado, I'm ready to get to work. So let's go ahead and break into this story. Let's see what we got going on over here. I know you guys see the artwork. It's pretty crazy up there. Yeah, thank you. I know it's funny, right? Pretty cool. Let's keep on moving forward because let's see what President Trump basically has to say about this healthcare plan that's going to hopefully work for everyone, everybody. I know we have a few people in our family and our friends that have situations going on with their health right now, and this is a very important topic. So let's get into it, you guys. Let's break into it. Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. Hope you got your coffee, your tea, your big bowl of cereal, whatever you want to have. Let's get into it.
To lower healthcare prices for all Americans and truly make healthcare affordable again. We're doing things that nobody's ever been able to do. We're calling it the Great Healthcare Plan. Instead of putting the needs of big corporations and special interests first, our plan finally puts you first and puts more money in your pocket. The government is going to pay the money directly to you. It goes to you, and then you take the money and buy your own health care. Nobody's ever heard of that before, and that's the way it is. The big insurance companies lose, and the people of our country win. This proposal locks in the massive discounts on prescription drugs that my administration is achieving through our most favored nation drug pricing agreement. Now, when you hear about that, for 40 years they've been trying to do it, but they never were able to do it. No other president was able to do it. I got every other country to approve it by the use of tariffs and other things. They all approved it. Nobody else got it. No other president got it. And for the most part, they didn't even try because they felt it was impossible. It'll bring down drug prices 80, 90%, in some cases, just numbers that nobody's ever heard of before.
Just in case you don't know what favored nations is, that means that everybody is now going to pay the same price. Universal. You know, it's not like Japan is going to pay $6 and United States is going to pay $300. If Japan is paying $6, United States is going to pay $6. My question is, when you give people that money, how are they going to be smart enough, not saying that we're not, because I'm not smart enough to figure out who to give the money to and what plans and how much money it's going to cover and so on and so forth. Let's keep on moving forward. That's my only question.
Or your prescription drugs will come way, way down. And under this policy, the prices of many drugs will be slashed by 300, 400, and even 500% starting this month at the TrumpRx.gov. So instead of Americans paying the highest drug prices in the world, which we have for decades, we will now be paying the lowest cost paid by any other nation. So any other nation that's paying the lowest cost. That's what we're going to pay, and the American people will get the savings. So I have to reiterate, the lowest price in the world is what you're going to pay. Before, you were paying the highest price in the world by far, and the politicians did nothing about it. So I'm asking Congress to complete the work that we've started. Next, my plan would reduce your insurance premiums by stopping government payoffs to big insurance companies and sending that money directly to the people.
Okay.
Obamacare was designed to make insurance companies rich. I call it the Unaffordable Care Act.
Wow.
With billions of dollars in taxpayer subsidies that helped their stock prices skyrocket over 1,700%, as you paid more money for health care every single year, more and more. The premiums went higher and higher. I want to end this flagrant scam and put extra money straight into the healthcare savings account in your name, and you go out and buy your own healthcare, and you'll make a great deal. You get better healthcare for less money. That way you can choose the care that is right for your family. To further reduce insurance premiums, my plan ends the giant kickbacks to insurance brokers and corporate middlemen that only drive up the costs, and that's what they're intended to do, drive up the cost. But we're driving down the cost. And it fully funds a long neglected part of the law known as the Cost Sharing Reduction Program. This measure alone should cut premiums on the most popular Obamacare plans. It's hard to believe there are any, because it's a hated program. It's unaffordable, but it's going to cut them by an average of 10 to 15%. Next, the Great Healthcare Plan. That's the name. It's called the Great Healthcare because it's great healthcare at a lower price. Mandates unprecedented accountability and transparency from insurance companies and all healthcare providers so that special interests can no longer profiteer at your expense. As the saying goes, sunlight is the best disinfectant.
So they're trying to say, like, no more ambulance coming to pick you up for $1,000. You know what I'm saying? No more aspirin while you're sitting in the emergency room for $300, possibly. And somebody in the comments said, woo, healthcare companies are having a shit fit right now. The hell do get his percentage numbers. Trump Casino Healthcare. Okay, let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Just then, we got Carolyn Levitt that calls out CNN for unrest during a press briefing. She holds up an image to actually prove a point. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I love the fact that you guys are on topic, so let me keep it going so that we have a reason to keep it on topic. Let's go.
Not including the full story. Yeah, I mean, to your first point, I think I've addressed that these Democrat governors and mayors in not just Minnesota, but in states across the country are essentially, they've referred to ICE agents who, again, are brave men and women. And I would encourage everyone in this room, and I would encourage Governor Walz and other Democrats who are demeaning law enforcement to sit down and have a cup of coffee with an ICE agent or a Border Patrol agent. These are great, patriotic men and women who have families, who put on the uniform every day and are following our nation's immigration laws at the direction of their bosses and again, at the direction of the law. They are simply trying to enforce the law. And the Democrat Party has demeaned these individuals. They've even referred to them as Nazis and as the Gestapo. And that is absolutely leading to the violence we're seeing in the streets. If you look at some of the images out of Minneapolis last night, look at this vehicle. Look at what it says. It says F ICE. You have these individuals who are putting their middle finger, proudly so, at the camera. Another ICE individual, a vehicle that was vandalized last night by these left-wing agitators. People don't do this without encouragement from people in power.
Is this peaceful protest? Because, I mean, peaceful protest is getting out there screaming and yelling at the top of your voice, getting your message out, making videos, doing whatever you want to do, trying to interview people. That's like peaceful protesting. When you're setting ICE cars on fire and doing graffiti on the side of them, it's making a reason for things to happen. You got to stop doing this and then say, oh, well, now he's going to say he's going to send the troops in. Well, look at what you're doing. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Who make them feel like it's okay. Here's another one. And I'm pretty sure this car, you can't see it, said the best agent is a dead agent or something to that effect.
Somebody got a joke, says, does she have orange around her lips? Ooh.
This is despicable rhetoric that we're seeing. And the media is absolutely complicit in this violence because if you look at the headline from CNN, Protests erupt after federal agent shoots man in Minneapolis. That is not the story. That is not the truth. If you actually want to know the truth, you can look at what the Department of Homeland Security released, which is that this ICE agent was executing a targeted operation against a Venezuelan illegal alien who was unlawfully present in the country.
Okay, yeah, so illegals, I have to say, I know people may get angry with me, but the illegals, the ones that hurt children, the ones that do DUIs and all sorts of bad things to people and children and D-rugs, I am not cool with them being here. I am okay with the watch your head, doom, 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 doom. I am okay with that all day long. I'm okay with it. Sorry. You guys are okay with them being here. You probably won't want to watch me because I'm not okay with them being here and hurting people and doing negative things. And all of the stuff that we've been seeing has been pretty bad. Let's get on over to your uncle, not mine. That's right. Somebody that you guys know and love. You like to hear from him a lot, especially when it's on topics like this. Tom Homan, he reveals the silence from Mom Dami. Yes, it's not going to work with him. That's what he's thinking. He said the fact of the matter that, doesn't seem as if Mom Dami is going to be working with Tom Homan. Let me show you a crazy web that's about to be unwoven here. Because you got Mom Dami, you got Tom Homan, and then this bounces to the president and right back to Mom Dami again. Let's keep on moving forward over here to get some information on what's going on in New York City right now, or what Tom Homan has to say about what he feels about Mayor Mom Dami.
One agent can arrest one criminal alien in the safety and security of a county jail. Let us in there. More agents in the jails means less agents in the street. Stop forcing us into the community. This can be done a lot safer. I mean, they set the stage. The Biden administration and these sanctuary cities set the stage. We're responding to the threat.
So you're in New York for a reason. Is the new mayor working with you to allow you into the jails as of today?
No.
What is your measure of communication with him now on the job?
None. He's made it clear he's not going to work with ICE. And, when Mayor Adams was here, you can hate or love Mayor Adams, and we had an agreement that he would allow us back into Rikers Island to arrest those public safety threats.
That's why they wanted to keep Mayor Adams here, because they would have been able to get the public safety threats out. I don't understand, or I don't know if you guys understand this as well. I'm going to just say this really quickly. I am okay with them going to get them out of the prisons as well, because if they've already committed crimes and they hurt people, why aren't they okay with letting them get them out of the prisons? It's another question I don't understand. Let's keep on moving forward.
Safety and security of a jail, but the city council shut it down. So, we'll see what happens. I mean, I know he met with the president. We'll see down the road if he's going to help arrest public safety threats. And we're not asking any NYPD to be immigration officers. We're asking their cops to work with our cops to remove national security threats and public safety threats in New York City.
It would help them too.
Absolutely. It'll make New York City safer. Absolutely.
Do me a favor, you guys, stop shifting blame. Like you can also says yes, but there's also an orange crayon inside of the box. There's also a black crayon inside of the box. There's also a pink crayon inside of the box. You can always try to find another way to shift. We don't like to do that here. We're talking about one thing. Let's stay on topic of that. Let's stay on that. Don't say, oh, well, there's crime everywhere. That's not an answer. It's not an answer, especially when we're talking about a specific group and a specific group of people that are doing something, and that's what they've been doing, and leaving states to continue doing that. That's not the right thing. That's not the right answer for you to be saying. Just between you and I.
Great to see you. You're one of the busiest guys in the country, and we appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, please come back. Tom Homan, thank you.
Thank you.
And yeah, we're about to go on over the Middle East right now to see what's going on with the Middle East, because as you heard, and yeah, it's a lot going on. Yeah, there's planes, U.S. aircraft carriers that are en route to the Middle East, and as Iran's tensions raise. Again, you guys, I know it's a very fickle and a very fine point that we're talking about, because some people have family or some people feel a certain way about the president, and they have this overall feeling about everything, and that's the way you want to be, that's fine. But even here, we don't do that. I've got some stuff where I'm about to kick his chest in a little bit, going to talk about things that I don't think is right. But when it comes down to things that are right about our country, I'm going to stand firm in that. My dad was in the service. My grandfather was in the service. I've got uncles that fought and served in Germany. I'm just not going to go for anything going down in our country. I'm so sorry. And if you don't like that, you can kick a rock for a block with no socks on. Yep, go ahead and keep it moving, y'all. Let's get on over what's going on with Iran.
That to Fox News, also saying that U.S. military assets from air, land, and sea are expected to flow into the region in the coming days and weeks to provide the president with military options should he decide to carry out strikes against Iran. U.S. officials confirmed to Fox News there are currently about 30,000 U.S. troops assigned to the U.S. Central Command region. There are no U.S. aircraft carriers or carrier strike groups operating in the CENTCOM area at this time. To break this down for us is Jonathan Ruhi with GINSA. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us this morning. We
respect our veterans.
Thank you for having me.
I want to start with the UN meeting that we saw yesterday. What message was the U.S. envoy trying to send there by renewing threats against Iran?
You're getting rid of people.
It's partly to maintain President Trump's credibility, the threats that he so far, because there is a sense of concern now that Trump was very clear that Iran needs to stop cracking protesters. Iran crossed that red line, and now Trump's credibility is on the line. I think it's also to convey a message to the Iranians that, as you mentioned in the intro there, the U.S. needs time to move its assets into the region, and that the U.S. doesn't want Iran to think that the threats are going to slacken in the meantime.
Now, I also wanted to ask you about this U.S. aircraft carrier that's moving towards the region. What does that signal? What factors could influence President Trump's decision to attack Iran as well? So, two-part question there.
What you think?
So with the aircraft carrier, as they say, it's 100,000 tons of American diplomacy. It sends as big a signal as anything else to the Iranians because of the amount of firepower and the range of targets within Iran that it could potentially threaten. It's a bit different than the B-2 strategic bombers that President Trump used against the nuclear sites in June, which were tailored more for very specific missions like what he carried out with Operation Midnight Hammer. So it's the sort of, it's the single most unmistakable signal that President Trump can send that Iran should continue to take his threats seriously. I think more generally. And
remember, the only way we get in this imagery is because of Starlink, because Elon Musk, because the government shut off the internet in Iran.
Given that the United States has been focused more on other places in the world, specifically Venezuela, in recent months, the force buildup in the Caribbean occurred.
And I know you guys, a lot of you don't care about what's going on in other countries. You really want to focus on what's going on here. I get it. But guess what? We have to report everything. We do all of our follow-ups no matter what. Sorry, because strategically it does affect us. The oil. The way that Japan is now, the way that China is now saying that, oh, now we're going to get involved. Why? Because of the 25% tariff that's been put on Iran for anybody that's doing business with them. So it does affect us. Think about it, you guys. It does affect us no matter what. Because when they said that those tariffs weren't going to affect us, they did. Let's keep on going. I'm worried about that 25 too. They're already killing us with whatever tariffs we got on us now.
So as thousands of anti-government protesters are feared dead in Iran, the U.S. is sending military assets, including an aircraft carrier, the USS Abraham Lincoln, to the Middle East as President Trump weighs whether or not to carry out a strike. Aisha Hasni joins us from the White House with more. Aisha.
Hey, good morning to you, Brian. Well, you can certainly see here that all the chess pieces are moving around the globe, and we are learning from military sources that the U.S. is sending at least one aircraft carrier to that region right now. We don't know yet if it's going to be the USS Abraham Lincoln that's currently in the South China Sea, or if it's one of the two carriers that just left Norfolk or San Diego earlier this week. Meanwhile, actually,
they don't realize all they need to send is one. You don't know what that thing can do and what its purpose is. And then all the other people, okay.
News is reporting that the director of Israel's spy agency, Mossad, flew in today to the U.S. for talks with White House envoy Steve Witkoff about Iran, with Senator Lindsey Graham announcing that he is headed to Israel as he calls on the president to take action.
People are being slaughtered in the streets.
Yeah.
If that's not a distraction, that's a moment where we need to act.
Have to.
The idea we're dealing with the most vicious regime on the planet. If you don't understand this is the biggest moment for change since the fall of the Berlin Wall, you're missing a lot. This is a religious war.
They're killing their own people.
So, the Wall Street Journal is reporting that the president was told an attack on Iran would not guarantee the collapse of the regime. However, yesterday, the Treasury Department announced sanctions on 5 Iranian officials. The president today has a roundtable this morning on rural health. It is open to the press. We'll see if he takes any questions on any further actions in Iran.
Oh, yeah, y'all. And again, don't think that it doesn't, because it does affect us. It doesn't just affect small groups that live in our country. Oh, it's their neighborhood. No, it's not like that. No, it's not. I'm telling you. Because Iran's dealing with this one and that one's dealing with this one. And honestly, like I said the other day too, we got to be careful. We're spreading ourselves pretty thin. And when you get spread thin like that, you don't have everybody at home protected. People don't think about stuff like that too. Do me a favor, double tap that screen to get those likes up. You guys don't play chess? Stop playing with me. You better learn what these people out here actually doing. Do me a favor, double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up so more people can find out what's going on over here and abroad, because that's what we do. It's your boy Bugatti NYC on the #1 show on YouTube from 6 o'clock until we're finished. And guess what else we got? The #1 chat, the #1 co-host, and the #1 family members, because I could not do it without you. If I would, there'd be somebody knocking on my door with a straitjacket. Like, what the hell is he doing in there? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because now the U.S. is warning the Cuban government not to interfere with aid headed to the island on the national. And guess what? I agree. Don't mess around with the food that's coming from for the people. Don't mess with the oil. Don't mess with the beans, because if you do, it might get mean. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. When it's aid, you know how they try to get in there and steal the aid and stuff like that? We ain't going for it. No, we telling y'all early, and the politicians ain't even playing about this. Watch this.
At 5:30, nearly 3 months after Cuba was hit by Hurricane Melissa, the U.S. says it is sending aid to the island.
CBS News Miami's Morgan Reiner is
Y'all
your
better not touch
reporter in
that
Fort
food.
Lauderdale as she explains the aid will come in the form of planes and ships.
The United States does not want this aid to end up in the hands of the Cuban regime and have warned that there are consequences if they do interfere. So the United States, they found another way. The church and 1,000 pastors across the island.
1,000 pastors. That's smart,
This is
right?
what the inside of a church in Weston looks like. Boxes of tuna, rice, beans.
There's nothing political about cans of tuna and rice and beans and pasta.
In a briefing with the press, Undersecretary of State for Foreign Assistance, Humanitarian Affairs, and Religious Freedom, Jeremy Lewin, said they did not ask the Cuban regime if they wanted the aid.
It's not their aid. They're in no position to take care of their people. They're in no position to make decisions about this.
Right.
While the church is communicating with the regime to...
They basically said, we're going to give these people this food, and y'all better not mess with us when we giving these people this food. And guess what? You know what? We're going to give it to the preachers and the reverends around and make sure that this food gets to them. But even when they get it, we don't want no problems, because if there's a problem, there's going to be some problems out here. I love stories like that. Why? Because it's helping people. See how I'm smiling? Feeling good inside because of it? Joyous? I don't know why. Just feel real good about it. Want to play the rest of it too.
To make sure they can get the aid into the country and to the right communities, the U.S. is warning the regime not to interfere and steal the aid.
Better not.
We will be watching. And if they do that, and then they'll be accountable to their own people who are suffering. And they'll be accountable to us. As Secretary Rubio said, after the tremendously successful operation to capture the narco-terrorist Maduro and his wife, don't play games with this president.
Hurricane Melissa hit the island back in October as a Category 5 hurricane. The U.S. sent aid right away to Haiti, Jamaica, and other Caribbean islands.
The situation in Cuba is obviously more complicated politically. The church is the one who's taking the lead in this.
If this runs smoothly, Undersecretary Lewin said he would love the U.S. to send over, quote, a lot more.
Yes.
In Fort Lauderdale, Morgan.
How about this? Matter of fact, go ahead and mess with it. How about that? Just go ahead and mess with it. So we're going to see what we're going to do about it, and I bet they won't mess with it again. How about any kind of way you want to do it? You're going to leave it alone when they go over there, or go ahead and mess with it. So now we got a reason to do something. Like when they came in that bar, in the bar on a Bronx Tale, and they was tearing up all the bars. These bikers were known for tearing up bars. They were some real hard guys. Then they went into the wrong bar in the Bronx, and a guy named Sonny stood up and locked the door and said, now you can't leave. That's what I like. When people don't want to listen, you close the door on them and say, now you can't leave, and whoop the hell out of them. That's what I like, because violence is a universal language. That's what I learned from MOP as well. And my mama, sometimes you couldn't get through with a conversation, but when she looked at you like this and you knew that it could happen, you'd be like this, huh? Okay, everything is, oh yeah, what you want me to do? The garbage? Mm-hmm. Clean the dishes? You know how sometimes you gotta use force sometimes. Let's get on over to Minneapolis, where the Insurrection Act, it may be something that the president may be able to use if this turmoil and all of this crazy stuff keeps on going on, like the burnings of the cars and the people getting in the way and trying to hit ICE officers with vehicles. Trump can actually enact the Insurrection Act.
Simple question, maybe not so simple an answer. Jonathan.
Well, I hope that this can be avoided. But if you're asking the question of does he have the authority to invoke it, I think he does. The Insurrection Act is very generally worded. It allows a president to call out a military force in order to enforce the laws of the United States. That was done by Presidents Eisenhower and Kennedy in very similar circumstances. In those circumstances, you had local officials, including governors, who were extremely aggressive, anti-federal government, saying they would not assist in the enforcement of civil rights laws. These are obviously different laws. These are the immigration laws, but both are laws of the United States. And you have a governor here and a mayor who have been fueling the rage, telling people that they're under attack. You have Democratic senators just this week saying democracy might not last till November. All of that's creating this very volatile situation. So under the Insurrection Act, the president has a great deal of authority. What it gives the president is essentially a way around the Posse Comitatus Act, which prevents him from using the military domestically. The Insurrection Act removes that barrier and allows him to call out troops, as did Eisenhower and Kennedy.
Then they're gonna say, "Oh, look at what he's doing."
Obviously, if order's not restored here.
It's like it's just so crazy because now, if that winds up happening, they're gonna say, "Oh, well, look at what Trump's doing. He's sending in the troops. He's doing this. He's doing that." But what about what y'all doing? Yeah, what about what y'all doing? How about that? Again, peaceful protesting is not violent protesting. It's not burning cars. It's not writing on graffiti on the side of them. It's not using fireworks as weapons. Like, you don't light an M80 and throw it at somebody. We know that from being kids. Like, that's trying to hurt somebody, y'all. Come on now. Let's keep on moving forward. And hopefully this dies down and it calms down and people can't we all just get along? Let's get on over to some other ridiculous stuff. Let's get on over to the Tyler Robinson defense as they try to qualify and disqualify the entire prosecution team because of an attorney's child witness that actually witnessed Charlie Kirk's. You know, there's a witness, and the lawyer, one of the lawyers has a child that actually witnessed Charlie Kirk's life lost. And they're saying that that's the reason why everybody in the prosecution should be kicked out. I personally think it's the reason why they should be there, because they know what happened, if you're thinking like that.
Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin, Tyler Robinson, is set to appear in court today as his lawyers are looking to disqualify the entire prosecuting team. They say the prosecution's decisions include the choice to seek the death penalty. They could be emotionally driven because an attorney's child, one of the prosecutor's children, witnessed Charlie Kirk's assassination or was there at the university. The Utah County Attorney's Office is pushing back, saying, quote, the attorney has no personal conflict of interest because his child is neither a material witness nor a victim in this case. In fact, nearly everything the child knows about the actual homicide is hearsay. Criminal defense attorney and Fox News contributor Donna Rotuno is outside of the courthouse and joins us this morning. Good morning to you, Donna.
They trying to find anything. Well, you see, the judge's cousin's sister saw it on TV, and that could affect the case. They grabbing for straws right here, boy.
Good morning,
Good
Ainsley.
morning.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Let me read you the text exchange between the prosecutor who was trying to convict Tyler and his 18-year-old child who was there when Charlie was assassinated. The prosecutor's child writes the father, "Someone got shot. I'm okay. Everyone's going inside. Charlie got shot." The prosecutor says, "Oh my gosh, child. People say he was shot in the neck and his head like tilted or something." Prosecutor, "What the heck?" The child says, "Insane. He had answered one question and was talking to the next person." So according to this text message, the child actually didn't see it, but was there. And they're trying to say that the prosecution, the whole team needs to be removed because of this child and her father or his father. We don't know if it's a boy or a girl. And now they're seeking the death penalty. Everything's built on emotion. But we're talking about the prosecutor. This is not the defense. The prosecutor is trying to convict Tyler. What do you say? How will the judge rule?
Correct, Ainsley. First of all, in looking at those messages, there's nothing in those messages at all that suggests that the relationship between the prosecutor and the child have influenced this in any way, shape, or form. So that's number one. Does the defense think that this case wasn't going to be prosecuted without this relationship? It is a ridiculous assertion. I do believe that this motion will be denied. I'm actually surprised that the judge is allowing any type of hearing on it at all. I think this is one of those motions that is taking it a step too far. I am all for defense being creative. I am all for the defense zealously representing their client. But in this situation, I think this is just pushing it. I do not like this motion. I think it is a waste of time. I think it is a waste of the court's time. I think it's a waste of taxpayer money.
It is not a waste of time. I understand it's a waste of taxpayer money, but at the same time, if they don't put it into a hearing, they could probably try to use it on appeal and bring it back up. As we've been watching the show, as we've been watching every part of this case that I've been paying attention to, you notice that they said a few weeks ago that the judge is being very meticulous. He's making sure he crosses all of his T's and dotting all of his I's. He's making sure that everything is heard clearly so that there's nothing brought back on the court that could make for an appeal. So when a motion like that is brought up, you know what you want to just do? Just go ahead and entertain it. Let the people have their say on it. Get it out. Get it in the log. So now, you know what I'm saying, instead of like fighting and saying that you don't want to bring it up, because now down the line, they can bring it back up and say, yeah, well, we tried to appeal this. And appeals court may let them bring that up on appeal. So just go ahead and bring it in and do what you got to do. Just double tap that screen to get those likes up, you guys. Do your boy a favor. Your boy's working over here. We got a lot going on, and guess what? It ain't over. It ain't over. We got a lot to cover this morning, you guys. Let's get on over to one of your favorite people, someone that I not so much like and despise, similar to Kathy Jokul Hochul. You guys know who I'm talking about. Ilhan Omar. She says this is just a PR stunt and is living in an alternative universe, says Concha. Because guess what? Ilhan Omar is basically saying that everything that's going on with immigration, with illegals, everything that has to do with Minnesota, it's all PR and it's all the administration making it up, because the money that they're claiming is nowhere near the amount that's really been lost. Well, Ilhan, if you know, could you let us know how much you think it is? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
Welcome to the show. Look who's here. Fox News contributor Joe Concha. Joe, what do you make of this? What do you make of Congresswoman Ilhan Omar here claiming this is just a PR stunt when the DOJ, FBI, DHS, IRS investigating? Even Governor Tim Walz, AG Keith Ellison, Mayor Fry says all of this crime must be stopped?
Yeah, Elizabeth, I guess if Baghdad Bob had a long-lost daughter, I think we just found her. It's Ilhan Omar. I mean, the lies that she is telling, and you may notice all those clips you played were from a network I guess is called MS Now, where she could just say these lies, not be challenged, and have bobbleheads in terms of so-called anchors nodding along when, as you said, when the top officials in the state, not exactly the most honest folks in the world, whether we're talking about Tim Walz, as you mentioned, Attorney General Keith Ellison, the human broomstick that is Jacob Frey, all of them admit there is fraud that has happened in Somalia. I'm sorry, I almost called Minnesota Somalia, Mogadishu, in Minnesota, to the tune of $9-10 billion. No one's denying that, I guess, except for Ilhan Omar, who is living in an alternate universe borders where I guess MS Now allows her to live. But in the end, this is all going to come to fruition. She was and is a congresswoman that represents Minneapolis, where a lot of this fraud happened. And it happened because of the Somalian community, because of importing the chaos that they have and bringing in hundreds of thousands of Somalis that obviously have fleeced the state for billions of dollars that they may never get back, Lit.
Her salary is $150,000 a year, but her and her husband are worth what? $6 to $9 million? Huh, wonder what they got going on. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Activists for freedom in Iran, Ash, says that they tried to her 3 times as she confronted the Iranian government. This is what's going on in Iran besides what's actually going on out there right now. This is someone who's has been there.
This is Marcelina Najad, who you may have first seen on this program many years ago. She is an activist for freedom in Iran. Let's listen into this for a minute.
Privilege of freedom of speech on social media to mislead the rest of the world. It is not about restoring order. It is about destroying the evidence. If it was not for starting inside Iran, we couldn't have been able to have even these informations. The Islamic Republic does not limit its crimes within its own borders. They kill their opponents at home and target those who expose their brutality abroad. Here, even here, on US soil, and every corner of the world. In Europe, in Canada, in Australia, everywhere. And they are not alone. This is called transnational repression, and the Chinese government helping them, Venezuelan dictators are helping them, Russian mobsters being hired by the Islamic Republic to target their dissidents and opponents beyond their own borders. I now address the representative of the Islamic Republic directly. You have tried to kill me 3 times. I have seen my would-be assassin with my own eyes in front of my garden in my home in Brooklyn. In United States of America, in the courthouse, I have seen my would-be assassin confessing that they have been hired by the Revolutionary Guards to end my life.
Yo.
My crime? Simply echoing the voice of innocent people that you killed them.
Talking straight to the president over there. Do your boy a favor. Come on now. It don't get no realer than that. Steve, what are you going to do? You in the States now. You can't do all that crazy stuff now. But then again, hope she ain't pressing the button on herself by making it worse. He's right there, and she's confronting him directly. You guys understand what's going on here? Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Come on, let's get more people over here for this one. She's tearing into him right now.
Your leader, Ali Khamenei, he ordered my killing. He said that American agent who compared compulsory hijab to the Berlin Wall must be killed. I am that woman, and I am not the agent of America. I have agency, but I am thankful to American government and the law enforcement to protect my life. And it was not, if it was not the protection of the law enforcement, I couldn't have been here to testify for millions of people who are facing the same killers, facing the same terrorist regime in my country. Yes, protection matters.
Ooh, boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I don't know. It's a lot of back and forth in the comments. You guys have a lot of opinions, but that's what we do our bottom line for, so that we can debate, have opinions, and talk about things. What do you guys think about that? I gave you more than 5. We done been 10, 15. What y'all got for me over here? Same thing they did to sell Iraq. Okay, this world is going crazy. Okay, BG, LOL, lovely suit, brother. Thank you so much. That's powerful. Yeah, what she said was, they call that snitching in Iran. You're right. I don't believe her. Ooh. Okay, 300, let's go. Let's get those likes up, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got people in the comments that say that they do not believe her. Honestly, I don't know, because the way that she called out certain things, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Let's keep on going, you guys, and thank you for the love. Let's get those numbers up to get more people over here. How do we do it? How do we do that, Bugatti? We have to hit that like button. That's the only way that YouTube is going to send that signal up to let people know that we're over here and what we got going on. We got some information coming out of Washington where a judge is backing the efforts to subpoena Les Wexner in Richard Strauss's abuse case. You see what I noticed about Les Wexner? This name kept on coming up. He's involved with the Jeffrey Epstein case as well. And now, guess what that they say? You know, where there's smoke, there's fire. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. Hope you guys appreciate the show, because we on a roll. Let's work. Let's get it.
There's new development tonight in an attempt to compel Columbus businessman Les Wexner to testify in court regarding former OSU Dr. Richard Strauss. According to the university, Strauss sexually abused more than 170 male students. Wexner served on the board of trustees at the time Strauss worked at the university and later during disciplinary hearings of the former OSU physician. The plaintiffs in the case say they've tried unsuccessfully to serve Wexner with a subpoena. Today, federal judge Michael Watson of the Southern District of Ohio agreed with the plaintiff's motion. It now gives the plaintiff in the case the right to serve Wexner either by email, leaving it with his security personnel, or emailing Wexner's attorney. A spokesperson for Wexner declined comment.
Well, too late now, buddy. Because that might be the one that breaks the camel's back, the straw that breaks the camel's back when it comes down to Lex Wexner. Because this is the same person that they were talking about subpoenaing for Jeffrey Epstein case, the one that funded all of this stuff that's going on. And again, like I said, where there's smoke, there's fire. So how come some whole other situation has him in some whole other area of a crime has him tied in with the similar sorts of things that has to do with SA when it comes down to children? Let's keep on moving forward now. We got some information that says we finally, we got, I think this is our representative, I forgot his name. What's his name? Congressman Robert Garcia. He states that they finally have the positioning needed to sue the DOJ and the administration over the unreleased Jeffrey Epstein files. You guys, you see we don't do as much as we used to because it's slow dragging and we're not really getting any content out of it.
Say to a judge, they are breaking the law. Make them follow the law. And instead of a special master, which, seems unlikely, but have an actual lawsuit. Why would Republicans be on board with that? And why hasn't that happened yet?
So it hasn't happened yet because we'd actually have to have a majority of the House on board for the lawsuit. And so a lawsuit from the House actually has to be first really pushed by the majority or a majority of members. And so we would need support from Republicans to actually get that lawsuit.
Well, all of them but one signed.
Right. Still, that was an action that they were forced to do. And so the legal action from the House is absolutely on the table, but so is legal action from outside groups. So there are a bunch of groups right now that are looking at the best way of approaching this. Getting a federal judge involved, which Congressman Connor from, of course, our committee is doing, is a good step and approach. And we've been planning kind of what this rollout on the legal front has been for a while. Right now, the fact that 99% of the Epstein files have not been released to the public from the DOJ is crazy. Yeah. Especially when you think about what's already been, of course, released. There's been some significant information that's come out to the public. And so this is incredible. The American public should be just pissed that the DOJ is defying the will of not just Congress, but of the public. The public wants the files released.
Yeah.
And
ain't nobody gonna talk about the set, the colors. Ain't nobody gonna talk about homeboy over there with the afro looking like Lionel Richie with a brooch on instead of a tie. Okay, I'm gonna leave it alone. I get the message though, because you can say what you gotta say anywhere. But Bugatti gonna call you out with Mr. over there looking like he about to say, hello. Yeah, we know that you're a Mo. Yeah, we know, bro. We could tell. But we ain't gonna go there. Broken wristed click in the building. Let's keep it moving forward, you guys. Venezuela. Something I just can't agree with and could possibly do a 2 to 5 minute rant over, but I won't. Because earlier in the comments, and we got people in here that probably, if they would have stayed, they would understand that Bugatti's not a one-sided person. I'm not gonna just, say something about one person and not follow up with other stuff if I don't like what they're about. If I don't believe in your methods and certain things that you do, I'm going to call you out on it. And any one of you guys in here, if y'all don't agree with me, I get it. I hope that you stay around, and I love the numbers and keeping the amount of people that we get, but I'm willing to sacrifice my truth for my truth, to be honest with you. I do not agree with what I'm about to tell you guys. Venezuelan's Machado says that she presented her Nobel Peace Prize to President Trump.
Overnight, the White House released a photo of Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado presenting President Trump with her Nobel Peace Prize medal. White House officials say he plans to keep the medal, an honor that he has coveted. Two leaders are battling for control over the Venezuela's future and for President Trump's favor, Machado and Delcy Rodriguez. Now, Rodriguez was Nicolas Maduro's second in command and took over as acting president when the U.S. ousted him.
So I could be scared and say, oh, I'm not going to say nothing bad about that because I got people that's die hard and they really going to get mad at me if I say something about it. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. I could just be like, you know what, and leave it alone. And I'm gonna. Because I know a lot of people in here like, you know, whatever. It's not right. Shit ain't cool. Get that lady a motherfucking Nobel Peace Prize back, boy. What the hell are you doing, man? Are you serious? Told you. I don't agree with everything that everybody do. If my mother would have did that, Ma, are you serious? You comfortable with having that? What the hell are you gonna do with it? Ain't even got your name on it. Get that back. Like I said, my mama could do wrong and I can check her. I can check anybody. Keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen, you guys. Let's double tap that screen because I want you also to take notice to the chain of events which are about to happen through the 3 next stories. We're going to get on over to Mayor Mamdani of New York, who replies to Trump and his warning about sanctuary cities. Trump left him on scent. Now, I'm cool with him on that. I'm okay with him on that because I don't really like Mamdani. But that previous bullshit, I can't rock with you on that, homie. That would have been me and my homeboy. I'm like, yo, bro, for real? Nah, he's like, get that shit back, bro. You serious? Nah, that shit don't even look hot. That ain't cool. What the hell are you going to do with that? You ain't. You know what I'm saying? Do something now. And now if they was about to give it to you for the next go round, they probably ain't gonna give it to you now because she done gave you that one. Think about it, bro. Double tap that screen, let's get those likes up. And no, I'm not a brown noser. Prove that fact right there.
And welcome back, everyone, here to Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Always great to be with you as we continue to roll on. All right, our next story takes us out to New York City, where the mayor, Zohran Mamdani, doubling down on the city's sanctuary policies. And we know President Trump isn't going to like that. So let's right now get more details on this. Fox 5 New York's Morgan McKay joining us here with the very latest.
Hey, Mike. So Mayor Zohran Mamdani today said that he and President Donald Trump have texted back and forth, quote, a handful of times since his meeting with the president this last November. The mayor says that he texted the president after he threatened to pull federal funding and said he hasn't heard back yet from the president. Now, President Trump yesterday said that he is threatening to pull federal funding from sanctuary cities and states that have sanctuary cities starting on February 1st. The president did not give any details on what sort of funding would be affected when he made the announcement, but said it would be significant. This isn't the first time that the Trump administration has made an effort to freeze federal funding for certain programs. Governor Kathy Hochul said the state is ready to take the Trump administration to court if they try to cut funding. Mayor Zohran Mamdani said that he's also discussing the city's legal options with his corporation counsel.
Take these kinds of threats seriously, and any cut in funding would have a significant impact on the city's ability to not only fulfill the budget that it has today, but also
and to keep money in the illegal immigrants' pockets and keep them on food stamps and welfare. Don't forget about that, bro.
also to fulfill an agenda that would ensure that more New Yorkers can afford to stay in the city.
Yeah.
And I am
to stay and hide under the umbrella.
Proud of the team that we have ready at the hand to be able to respond to these kinds of threats.
You full of shit. Get out of here.
Now, Mayor Mamdani also announced.
He said the same thing before he went to meet with Trump and didn't do jack when he got in front of him.
Announcing today that the city has now opened its enrollment portal for 3K and pre-K students for this upcoming fall school year. Mamdani blamed the former Adams administration for not only cutting funding for the program, but also for the lack of outreach and advertising to parents about the importance of early childhood education. The application portal will be open through February 27th for parents of kids turning 3 or 4 years old in 2026. Governor Hochul has included funding for the city to expand the pre-K and 3K program in her budget this year, and Mamdani says this means that there will be a seat for every pre-K and 3K student in the neighborhood that they live in.
This is a key part of what will be.
You heard what he said. There will be a seat for you know what he's trying to say? For everybody. We're not alienating nobody. So that means that the classrooms are going to go up in population now and make it harder for the teachers to do what? Educate your children in public schools. Y'all think I'm making this up? I was in a classroom in the 6th grade. There was like 21 kids in there. I was bad. She had to put me in the back. Had another dude doing some other stuff over here. Another one over there doing some stuff. So now she got to deal with all of this going on and still try to teach. So now we're going to get 10 more in there. Anybody thinking that way? So now it turns into what? Daycare instead of the kids learning anything. It's all about the clock and going to different classes and doing whatever. Not really learning anything. It's like the corralling and moving them around. You know what I'm saying? That's what really happens in public school, sadly, because of the overpopulation of the classrooms. Who up in here trolling, y'all? Let's get them up out of here.
Be the focus of our work, and also why we are so proud of the commitment that we secured from the state. Of the $1.21 billion that were committed, more than $100 million was committed specifically to fixing 3K, to ensuring that not only could we offer every child a seat that wanted one, but also that we could make it easier to actually take the city up on that offer.
Yeah, exactly. Make it easy. Yeah, you're making it nice and easy. Come on in. Come on. We got the money, and if we don't got the money, we're going to get more. Only sad part about it is they dealing with the wrong administration right now, who ain't going to break you off like they used to, especially if you're not listening. You already heard the previous where he said he going to cut that dough off. It's a wrap. Miss Swanza, I saw that, made a mistake and thought you was trolling. She's giving out some free memberships. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza, for the memberships. Everybody in here, y'all better be showing Miss Swanza some love. Y'all know how she do it. She don't play around. She ain't like a lot of other people. I got to be honest with you. I got a couple of people in here that support the show. I don't want to start talking about this topic because we're going to have a lot of runners in the track stars. Got a lot of runners in the track stars. When it comes down to talking about that dough, you know what I'm saying? $1 tip, $2 tip. If I was Candace, boom, 50, boom, $20. Man, Candace be eating good. Good. Your boy in the kitchen with the salmon, the sardines and ramen noodles over here. Making it look good though, with the little ring on. Got y'all thinking, oh, he's good. Woo! Maybe I need to come in here on the suffering one day looking like, what's his name, Dave Chappelle. Yeah, I need to come in here looking like that one day. Because the sad part about YouTube, they don't look out or think that you deserve anything unless they see you hurting. But I really appreciate you, Miss Swanza, for always stepping up and doing your thing. Certain other people that do too, we recognize you and really, really appreciate it. But really, we actually do accept tips around here, y'all. And we really would appreciate it. We can give Nova some money. We can help out with some animals and stuff. Yeah, I'm going to start talking about it. But don't want you to run. He's talking about money. And they always like that other word. What's the other word? Grifter. Grifter. I'm a grifter, and I had t-shirts on my website for over a year and haven't sold one. Oh, let's get off that topic because it's too sensitive. Let's get on over to New York. Brooklyn in the house. Surveillance video shows person wanted on a train in Brooklyn. We're going to keep it going on New York right now for a specific reason. I have this reason up for a reason. Don't worry about what I said earlier. If it hit you in the stomach, it might have been meant for you. Let's keep on going, you guys. Let's go.
For your help this morning after a man was slashed with a knife on a subway train in East New York.
But it's now $3 to ride the train. Mom Dami ain't worried about that, and Kathy Jokul Hochul is focused on taking more money from you with tolls and making sure that the doors at the turnstiles closed so that she can make sure that she's getting her money. Not the security of people and putting more police on the train. That's the last thing that they worry about. When it comes down to that, let's go to the videotape. You might as well be in the NBA or the NFL trying to live in New York.
It happened in the middle of the day, and now investigators are releasing video of the person they're looking for. News 12's Edric Robinson is at the Euclid Avenue station with all of the details we need to know. Good morning, Edric. Tell us the update out there.
Yeah, Marcy, I'm standing just outside this Euclid Avenue station here. This is where police say that scary incident played out right on an A train here. That was just on Sunday. This morning, police want you to get a good look at the person that they're now trying to find. Take a look now. This is video released by the NYPD. You can see the man walking through the train car wearing a gray hoodie and a black overcoat, holding what appears to be that knife in his hand.
But if I take mine out and pom-pom, I'm wrong. You're wrong for defending yourself. So the people on the train, first of all, they're going to ignore it and they're going to try to move around because they don't want to try to get hurt by the dude. But if you actually help yourself and defend yourself against this person, New York, you're going to get locked up. It's crazy. It's crazy in New York, yo.
Police say this was Sunday morning around 10:30 on the northbound A train. Investigators, they tell us that the man approached a 41-year-old rider and slashed him on the right shoulder with a knife. They say the attack happened quickly, and that man ran off the train and got out of the station. EMS responded and took the victim to the hospital. Police telling us that he is expected to be okay. Right now, we don't know what led up to this attack, and police have not said if the two men knew each other. Now, if you recognize the man shown in that video or have any information, you're asked to give the police a call.
Yeah. Again, after the fact, let's go to the videotape. And oh yeah, by the way, he got away. Yeah, so whoever else out there, y'all gonna take the A train and be out there, you taking the train, guess what? It could happen again. Ain't fear mongering, it's just the truth. Had one person in the comments that said they used to, when they was little, they were so broke that they ate ramen noodles with water, with no water. Woo! Now that's rough right there. I mean, we used to have let us pray sandwiches, but ramen noodles with no water? That's crazy. And if anybody's interested in knowing what let us pray sandwich is, that's white bread with a little bit of mayonnaise on it and one slice of lettuce, and you pray that it's going to taste like a sandwich. That's a let us pray sandwich. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because it's not over. I told you that New York is not a game. Imagine this. What's this now? Oh yeah, the conductor. Ooh boy, wait a minute. Wait, it's just coming in hot off the press. Okay, let's do a song with it. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York. That's right, you guys. Let's get on over to where we're going right now. For the MTA again, an image that shows a suspect and a conductor getting assaulted. Oh, he still nabs the conductor and he got away, just like every other criminal in New York. That's right. That's about right. Thanks for sending that in right now. I appreciate that. Again, the most expensive train stations in the States, New York, $3 now. So guess what, you guys? And I'm not fear-mongering. This is the truth. Here we go. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up right here. Let's go. Yeah, let's go.
New images released this morning. The suspect in an attack on an MTA employee in Queens. Here is a look at the man police are searching for. He's accused of punching the 37-year-old worker inside the conductor's cabin aboard an A train. It happened early yesterday morning as the train approached the Beach 25th Street station in Far Rockaway. The victim was treated at St. John's Episcopal Hospital, where he was listed in stable condition.
And y'all, if somebody asked me how many times, when do I work out? I do something, I don't mind sharing my workout with you guys because sometimes I do a cheat workout. But fellas, if y'all want to get fit, make sure your body's good and everything, you got to do dips. Got to do at least about, let's say 250 dips in the morning, 250 dips at night. And then I do about 240 push-ups every morning and 240 every night. So you don't have to do a lot to stay fit. Your body is going to catch up with you. And then your spirit and everything inside of you is going to want to make you keep on moving forward. You just got to be disciplined. And don't cheat yourself. Because, one day this, no. And start low. You don't have to do as many push-ups as I do. You can do 10 or 20 or whatever like that. I just built myself up to do that because I want to always be fit and ready no matter what. Look at where I live at. You think it's what? Yeah, you got to be ready in New York. Talking about fear mongering. You ain't ready. You better be. Let's keep on moving over to Queens now. What we about to do right now? The pharmacy again, where there's no police. When the cat's away, the mouse will play. It's basic. People act like they're stupid, that they don't really understand 1 + 1 is 2 nowadays. Come on over to Bronx, Queens, where they got these pharmacies that's getting broken into. In broad daylight as well as at nighttime. And guess who ain't around at no time? Police. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yes, still staying in Manhattan. I had to triple-double on this because I just couldn't believe it. I said, you know what? I'm just going to do a straight up and down area of straight up what's going on in New York right now so they can really get it. I'm not spreading nothing out. Let's go.
Pharmacies targeted in a burglary spree in Queens and the Bronx. And now police are looking for the suspects that they say got away with cash and drugs.
No police.
Security video shows the suspects loading a safe into the trunk of this car before taking off in Fresh Meadows.
In broad daylight.
Turns out, though, this safe was empty, according to the store manager.
Does it matter?
Police say the group hit 5 businesses late last month, and in all, they stole nearly $25,000 in cash and various bottles of controlled substances.
I think I'm in the wrong business, yo. I'm like, yo, keep on doing your thing on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? It's going to pick up. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start doing numbers, and you... Yeah, I'm in the wrong business, y'all. I think I'm doing the wrong thing. I need to go ahead and I'll be back. And then I could really be doing this comfortable with more bling. Like, hey, I know that wasn't me. I had nothing to do with it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. It is so hard to fly the straight path, you guys, especially when it happens around you. You see why kids and teens and all of that get in trouble? Because they look at it like, hey, if everybody else doing it, why can't I? Luckily, we have the sensibilities and the understandings not to. Do your boy a favor so I don't wind up running out here going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And I'm trying to really get up out this city very soon. So maybe that's the suffering that you need to see. Do your boy a favor. And I'm not asking for no money. It's free. I heard we got about 300-400 people in here. And the likes is just not adding up. But you know what? I'll keep on working because I like to put it down and do my thing. Let's get on over to some dash cam footage where we got a video that shows the moment a semi hit a driver and as it slammed into a falling beam. That's when your height in your semi, basically, you didn't really account for the height of a bridge or an overpass that you're supposed to be going through. And of course, something can happen. It can hit a beam, and other people can get hurt out of situations like this, as happened in this situation right here on this dash cam video. Let's get to this content right here that I have for you guys about this overpass damage that resulted in someone losing their life.
The westbound 10 freeway in Ontario is moving again after a semi-truck crashed into the 15 freeway overpass.
Thank you, Jordan,
the
for
incident
$5
killing one
super chat.
person and shut down the westbound side of the 10 for hours. Inland Empire Bureau Chief Rod McMillan live in Ontario with video of the accident as it happened. Rob.
Well, all lanes are once again open. They've been open for several hours now, and the scene is clear. But as you mentioned, one person died this morning, all because the Highway Patrol says a truck driver was pulling a load that simply wasn't low enough to make it under the overpass. This is dashcam video from a vehicle not far behind the semi-truck that was pulling an excavator on a flatbed when it clips the bottom of a freeway overpass under construction. One steel beam then slamming down onto the freeway. The beam did not appear to fall on anyone, but watch as the driver slows down. 2 other cars in the fast lane slam right into it, instantly brought to a stop. What happened to those drivers?
They were transported to Arrowhead Medical by emergency personnel for major injuries, and unfortunately one of the drivers passed away at approximately 6:52 a.m.
You don't want to say it, but when one of the passengers slammed into that beam, there was something sticking out of it, and it went inside the person, and it was a very tragic situation. Just double tap that screen to get those likes up, to get more people to know about stuff like this. And it could have been like one more foot lower to prevent this tragedy from happening.
Not only was there quite a mess to clean up, but because a driver died, the investigation itself was much more extensive. So much so that the entire westbound side of the 10 freeway was shut down for more than 6 hours, right in the middle of the morning commute.
I had a gym at 9, but I had to cancel it because I was not on time.
Hannah Sarsawala found herself stuck in the middle of this mess.
It's very blocked. It's like cars are stopped.
Something similar happened at this very location almost 3 months ago on the other side of the freeway. A vehicle clipping the overpass, that steel beam did not fall. As far as today's incident, 2 lanes were reopened by 11 o'clock, all lanes reopening shortly afterward. But one person is dead because this excavator simply wasn't low enough to make it under the freeway.
If you're operating any of these commercial vehicles, you are required to know what is the posted height requirements to make sure that we're making it safe for all public motorists out there.
Is it possible that driver could face charges?
That's still part of the investigation going on.
Oh man, terrible situation right there. Someone lost their life because of a couple of feet. Imagine that. Imagine that. I want to pray for that person that lost their life, as well as the other drivers who were hurt during it as well. And hopefully that other person can get 100% recovery out of it. And yeah, got to really be careful about our heights and watching certain things, Lord. And thank you for always being there to protect us. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got to get on over to Florida, where Governor DeSantis says basically, this is not Minnesota. You cannot do the same things that you're planning on doing over in Minnesota and Florida. So guess what happened? She got locked up, but for some reason, she was making smiley faces. She's probably don't got nobody at home. This one here is one of them crazy stories right here, but let me let them tell it better than I can.
And we are seeing ICE presence here in Northeast Florida this week.
Right. Agents were spotted running joint operations with FHP throughout our area. And Action News Jax has team coverage on the immigration crackdown, including reaction from Governor DeSantis, who was in town today, to the impact on local businesses. Let me start with Action News Jax state local government reporter Jake Stofan. And Jake, the governor says federal and state cooperation is what separates Florida from Minnesota.
And while the governor touted the state's success in cracking down on illegal immigration, a group of Baptist pastors attempted to meet with him to express their concerns about ICE operations in Florida, but that meeting never happened. Governor Ron DeSantis is weighing in on the aftermath of Wednesday's ICE operations in Northeast Florida. The governor noted the operations were led by ICE, but FHP cooperated with those efforts, which he says is fairly routine.
I announced the other day, we had almost 20,000 state and local of apprehensions just in the last 9-10 months.
DeSantis had harsh words for a local woman who was arrested and accused of assaulting a law enforcement officer in the middle of those operations. Jennifer Cruz is facing 8 felony charges and 6 misdemeanors as a result of that incident.
This is not Minneapolis. That is not going to end well for you in Florida.
The governor argued one of the starkest contrasts between Minnesota and Florida is the level of state and local cooperation with ICE.
We're cooperating. We believe that, we have a responsibility to help the laws of the country be enforced.
Following the governor's news conference, a group of pastors with the National Baptist Convention had gathered in anticipation of speaking with DeSantis about immigration. This week, they called on the governor to institute a law that would ban ICE agents from covering their faces.
These individuals who are wearing these masks reminds us of the Ku Klux Klan back in the day, hiding their face. This is not Halloween.
Dr. Boise Kimber.
Man, if you don't shut up and go somewhere and do about 100 push-ups with your overweight self, looking like, this is not. Man, if you don't go somewhere, what the hell are you talking about? This is not this Halloween. You want people to be able to take pictures of people's face so that they can do stupid stuff? Somebody that don't even understand the real of what's going on. And that's one-sided crap right there. I'm never going to listen to no stupidity like that. I would want to have my face covered too, messing around with people out here doing all this nonsense. Let's get on over to Virginia, where guess what? Let's get into it. Doom, 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 doom. Doom, 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 doom. Ice, ice, baby, get 'em! Yes, that's right. That's how we feeling around here. And that's how we feel at this Virginia bus stop. Get them out of here. If you illegal and you ain't supposed to be here, tell your story walking and give that food stamp card back, because somebody else that's American can actually use that money and give them resources back and lighten up on our school classes and all of that. There's a lot that goes along with that. Come on, y'all. Let's see what's going on over in Virginia at this bus station. I don't feel sorry for you. Come on.
A half dozen law enforcement agents are seen in this video Wednesday morning, and I'm being told by multiple sources they are agents working for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE.
I literally got the call a few moments ago. They was like, yo, ICE is in Petersburg snatching people up.
No, let that person stay. The one that called me an idiot, let them stay. If they're not going to go crazy, if they're not going to violate, that's what we want. We want people to debate with. Let them call me names and all that. That's okay. As long as they don't violate too crazy, that's not what we're going for. But Bugatti ain't no punk, and you know I ain't never been. So we're going to let them rock and let them say what they want to say, because you never know. They might have a point, and I like to hear from other people. So you can go ahead. I see you muted them, but I don't want them to be I don't want you to kick them off. I want them to stay because I want them to be able to talk to me and go back and forth so that we can have a dialogue. If they violate, then get rid of them. And who over there showing so much love over there? Boats been burnt. Showing so much love on that membership right there. You know, all you guys today that stepped up and showed those memberships, I really appreciate that because that's giving a chance for other people to have memberships. Y'all rock. You guys really rock. I want to rewind this right here because I also feel that he's out of place. Like, get your little stumpy self out of here talking about somebody doing something illegal. I want you guys to see this crap right here. He don't know what the hell he's talking about. Let's get into it.
Agents working for Immigration and Customs Enforcement, better known as ICE.
Virginia.
I literally got the call a few moments ago. It was like, yo, ICE is in Petersburg snatching people up.
This Washington Street businessman says he
So what? And what the hell that got to do with you? Looking like an elf.
immediately ran out of his shop down to Union Street on the sidewalk beside the city's bus station.
That's illegal. That's illegal.
I'm told by several witnesses.
And you're stupid because you don't know what the hell you're talking about. That's illegal. That's illegal. Remind me of this little crackhead that used to be on the block all day, didn't know his ass from his elbow, but swear that he knew the facts.
Witnesses that at least 2 people were taken away. I'm also told local police had no beforehand information on the raid. This man, who asked not to be identified for fear of retaliation,
yeah, he ain't got his papers,
drove to downtown Petersburg moments after seeing the video online.
My first immediate feeling and thought was anger. It was like, it doesn't make sense.
Witnesses say the federal agent spent about 30 minutes on Union Street before driving off.
I think we need to have a class on common sense. Sit down, everybody. Let me show you something. You see this wall right here? Imagine this called the border, right? And then you got these people on the other side of the border that jump over. Soon as they do that, it's a crime. They don't got to do nothing else, just that. Do you understand that part first? I'll wait. Doom, 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 doom. That's how you got to talk to some people. Let's go, y'all.
We're in America. We're in the U.S. This is a free country. We got the right to move around freely without being harassed.
American citizens do. Non-people, that's people not illegal. People that ain't got no paperwork that tell them that they're supposed to be out of here already. People that's ignoring their visas. What are you talking about?
And, forced into detainment.
Sources also tell me some city leaders believe this is the first time ICE has made arrests in the city in a highly visible public place.
I think it needs to be, you go ahead and go sit down somewhere looking like a rejected Ewok. Get the hell out of here, business owner. What you sell? Scarves and hats? Because that one that you got on your head looked terrible, like you made it in your own crib in a tub somewhere. I'm not listening to no people like that. And guess what? You guys don't even have to agree with me. If you feel a certain way about it, I understand. That's what the chat's about, and that's what we're here for. To have common debates, to get back and forth, and to have people actually have their words spoken so that we can hear what people have to say. Because common sense is still there. You don't got to be a part of the same party in order to have common sense. I happen to not be a Republican. I happen to not be a Democrat. I happen to not be an independent. I happen to be a human being who cares about all people. So when people look at me like, oh my God, he's a Trumper, MAGA, MAGA. No, I just happen to believe in some stuff that person says. I actually, maybe 1 time out of 10 or 2 times out of 10, I might believe or listen to something Jasmine Crockett, believe it or not, says, likes. You never know, but it's just like that because no one is perfect. Even my mama, keep on telling you guys, mommy, doing something wrong over there. I'm not gonna eat that piece of bread because it got a roach on it. Boy, you better eat that bread. And you gonna eat that sandwich. And then next thing you know, I eat it, and then when I throw up, there's a roach on the bread and the throw up. Yeah, mommy ain't always right either. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we're gonna get on over to Paris, where it isn't so clean. Farmers dump over 30 tons of spuds, not spuds, Mackenzie, spuds, meaning potatoes, in the protest against trade deals that's going on in Paris. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen to get those likes up. I told you it wasn't Spuds McKenzie. It's potatoes. And them potatoes looking pretty good over there. Fry them up, slice them down. You know what I'm saying? I like potatoes. I like potatoes.
Free frites?
Farmers in France made a statement with a massive food giveaway. Potato farmers reportedly dumped 30 tons of spuds outside the National Assembly building in Paris to protest an unpopular trade deal. Trade unions say the EU-Mercosur trade deal will hurt European farmers by giving an advantage to competition in South America. French farmers say the potato could disappear in France if they can't afford to keep producing it. The public was welcome to help themselves to the potato crop while it's still available.
Oh, hell yeah.
This isn't the only way the French are protesting the trade deal. Earlier in the week, farmers drove their tractors into Paris and blocked major roadways, convening around the Arc de Triomphe.
Whoa.
The unions vowed to stay mobilized to defeat this trade deal once and for all.
I'm with all this.
For Inside Edition
See,
Digital.
I like stuff like that. I like when people roll up on you and dump a bunch of pennies in front of your business. I like stuff like that. That's how you make a statement. They said, "Oh, we're gonna give y'all some potatoes out here. Let's mess up these roads and stuff like that." They got to pay attention to us. Hey, I like that right there, and that's the type of stuff that I'm all for. You guys, I know that was funny, right? Somebody over there dying laughing. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up, y'all. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up. Yes, you say potato, I say potato. Let's get on over to Oklahoma, where a woman is on death row. What a brother know. She appealed her husband's murder case, but don't think that it's gonna work, boo. I think they got too much on you, and they might go ahead and have to get rid of you because your case is pretty crazy.
Guys, that's right, and she's the only woman on death row in Oklahoma. This review of her case started in January last year, but she's fought this for 2 decades.
Miss Andrew has been appealing her conviction for approximately the last 20 years.
OKC attorney Ed Blau was an intern in the courtroom during the trial of Brenda Andrew, and in a new decision...
Did you hear what he said? That lawyer, the lawyer was an intern when she did her case 21 years ago.
Tuesday, judges in the 10th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals unanimously decided she is still guilty.
The defendant, Brenda Andrew, she was accused and convicted of conspiring to have her husband murdered in conspiracy with her lover, James Pavat.
The victim, Rob Andrew, was killed in 2001. His wife, Brenda, a former OKC Sunday school teacher, and she was found guilty of working with her lover, Jim Pavat, to plot and kill her estranged husband. Court documents say an $800,000 life insurance policy was purchased by Rob Andrew through agent Jim Pavat.
In this opinion, the judges conceded that some of the sexual evidence that was brought forward against Miss Andrew in trial may have been improper or inflammatory.
Andrew has claimed for years that she's innocent and did not get a fair trial, and argued her sex life and qualities as a mother were not pieces of evidence that should have been presented to a jury. Judges in the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals conceded some evidence went too far, but ultimately,
the rest of the evidence against her was so overwhelming that they just simply could not say that the jury rendered its verdict because of the demonization of her sexuality by the prosecution in the trial.
Part of that evidence included a story that did not match a .22 caliber bullet wound on Brenda Andrews' arm.
Evidence that she faked a gunshot to her arm to indicate that this was some kind of botched robbery.
Another big piece, the fact that before Rob Andrew had even been buried, Brenda and James Pavat, along with 2 children, left Oklahoma and went to Mexico. They later returned to the U.S. in February 2002 and were apprehended. And an inmate at the county jail also testified.
She allegedly confessed to a fellow inmate at the Oklahoma County Jail.
Yeah, homegirl, that's a wrap. That was her last chance of getting an appeal, and I know it's about to get real. So if anybody in Oklahoma, you might be seeing the first woman get bzzz, and yeah, she deserved it. I'm so sorry. I'm going to say it just like that because I want to pray for the person that lost his life in this tragic event. Probably didn't know what was going on. Made him take out an $800,000 life insurance, Lord. And look what happened. So I guess I hope the family and everybody, whoever maybe his kids, have made it through this tragic event because this was 21 years ago. Amen. Keep on moving forward. But hey, she didn't get no appeal because it was too crazy. That case was too crazy. The lover, and that was the insurance broker. That was crazy right there. Let's get on over to Texas. We got another guy. I'm going to just call him a straight bum. He is a bum. He's just like doing whatever he can. But I thought that the story would be pretty good because we got this guy over in San Antonio, Texas, who's just got arrested, fugitive, all sorts of crazy stuff going on with him. I want you guys to see this full story right here. Let's get on over to Texas real quick, you guys. Double tap that screen and get these likes up.
Fugitive wanted on 9 felony warrants was arrested after a multi-agency operation. And tonight we're learning how investigators were able to capture him. KENS 5's Vanessa Croy is breaking down the charges.
Police say Anthony Ibarra targeted a FEMA trailer, stealing supplies and equipment meant for flood rescue and recovery efforts in Kerrville. And investigators say it was just one stop in a crime spree that spanned months, racking in more than $16,000 worth of stolen items. Our cameras were rolling as a multi-agency task force closed in, ending a months-long crime spree and taking a fugitive wanted on 9 felony warrants into custody.
Trying to cover his tattoo on his face with a Band-Aid. Oh my God.
Police identified the suspect as 26-year-old Anthony Ibarra. From July to December, he's accused of targeting a Northside sports complex over and over, getting away with thousands of dollars in power tools and electronics.
Bum.
But that wasn't his only target. Police say Ibarra broke into a FEMA trailer, storing generators and supplies meant for rescue and recovery efforts after the deadly 4th of July floods in Kerr County. According to an arrest warrant, Ibarra dropped one of the stolen items and police were able to pull fingerprints. But Ibarra was still on the run. Then police say he hit a business in Balcones Heights and robbed a...
Casey said the same thing. He's a bum. Well, he's a bum, right? He's like a crackhead trying to steal stuff just to say he's a bum.
A man at gunpoint at a medical center hotel. After a Crime Stoppers bulletin was
FEMA
issued, tips
trailers,
came pouring in, naming Ibarra as the suspect. So when he went back to the sports complex in December, officers had the evidence they needed to arrest him and caught Ibarra red-handed.
Jesus
But
Christ.
he took off running and disappeared into the night.
Keep on getting away.
Police, though, continued their manhunt. And on New Year's Day near I-10 and Vance Jackson, multiple law enforcement agencies joined together and made their move. Ibarra tried to run again, but officers say this time he didn't get far and was finally hauled off in cuffs. Tonight, Anthony Ibarra is facing a long list of charges, including burglary and aggravated robbery. Reporting near downtown, Vanessa Croy, KENS 5.
Need to deport his ass and get him the hell out of here, yo. You see what I'm saying? Like, those are just aggravating crimes to me. I just want to beat somebody's ass for that. Just whoop his ass with a belt, tie him down somewhere, and just until you get tired with a switch. Just keep going. He needs his ass whooped. I'm talking about until you get tired where you like this. Okay, I'm ready. I'm going again. He stole from a formaldehyde truck from FEMA. Who does such a low thing? Like, come on, y'all. Y'all know we don't play that bumming stuff around here. Where we going right now? Where we going? I just can't believe it. I'm sorry, you guys, but yeah, we gonna have to do it like this because that joint went out. Where we going, to San Antonio? No, we was already there. Let's go to Philadelphia. We got this 18-year-old with cognitive disorder that yeah, I'm sorry to say, I don't even like to report this one. We got an 18-year-old with cognitive disorder that was lured across the states. And thank you so much for the $2 super chat. If everybody did that, your boy would be balling. Thank you for the $2, whoever that is. Who that over there before it disappeared? Thank you so much, Terry. Appreciate the 2. Because if it was 100 people that gave up 2, we do the math. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you guys to see this. This child is, not only, let's forget about that money thing real quick, because I know y'all take that serious. Because this is serious too. We're going to talk about children and what we have to do to make sure that the children on video games, the children that are on Roblox, because yes, the adults know how to get on Roblox and mess with our kids now, and they doing it on purpose. Especially the children that are not so much there. This is an 18-year-old, didn't have too much of his cognitive awareness about him, and now he's been lured by a man through a video game to the other side of the country. Check this out, you guys. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you.
Jackie, this family is going
Thank
through
you,
it.
Terry.
They are extremely upset and just stressed out about what's going on. And I spoke to the entire family, but his mother was not present because she had to be hospitalized. And that is because of the stress that this whole situation is causing her.
If there is somebody who has our cousin and, is holding her without will, we won't stop. So, we miss some people belongs to us, not you.
This is the message from Jamez Cartwright's family, directed at whoever may be holding him against his will.
I just pray that, he makes it back home safely.
Police say Jamez was last seen Monday morning on the 6500 block of Linmore Avenue on his way to school. The family says they knew something was wrong when they got a call from the school to notify them he never made it to class. While he is 18, his family says he has a cognitive disorder and functions as a minor. Then, a chilling update. Philadelphia police confirmed Jamez's cell phone pinned in San Diego, California, just one day after he disappeared. His family says he doesn't even have an ID.
Like I said, he's never been outside of Philadelphia. He doesn't even know anybody outside of Philadelphia. He doesn't even have an income.
The family believes an older man may have lured Jamez through a popular online gaming app, convincing him to leave behind his loved ones.
I have nowhere to sleep tonight.
His mother, overwhelmed by fear, spoke with us from the hospital.
This situation has stressed her out so bad that she is in the hospital with chest pains.
The family has now turned to the Black and Missing Foundation for help.
We're just trying to protect our children from these predators. They know what to say.
According to the foundation, in 2025 alone, 27 missing persons cases were reported in Pennsylvania, more than half of them from Philadelphia. They say gaming platforms and social media are increasingly being used to exploit minors.
And we need to stop, just being our children's friends and have those tough conversations. See who they're communicating with online. And we ask parents all the time to create a fictitious account and see if you can befriend your child and see if they'll share information with you.
Create a fictitious account so that you can communicate with your child, see what information that they'll share with you. Because they may share information with you online that they won't in person.
At the end, this is a cry for help from the family to the public. If anyone has any information of Jamez's whereabouts, police, they want to hear from you. In Philadelphia, Shaira Arias, NBC 10 News.
And again, I hope y'all don't think we do this for numbers. We love the numbers, but imagine how many people gets to see these stories and we get to save, or a child may step up and say something. That's another reason why I really like to get the stories out. Informative as well as educational for a lot of people. Some of these stories we should actually show our children as well and let them know what people try to do to them. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. We got to keep on moving forward now. We're getting on over to this driver was played for months. Yeah, what is that? Valrico. I forgot Valrico. I think Valrico is in California somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. No, that's in where's that at? Yeah, Florida. And they never fail with the content, you guys. This one right here, you ain't gonna believe it. And I'm gonna be honest with you. I think this person should get much more than $1,000 fine. I don't know why they don't issue ass whippings, because I can say a little bit of cursing now. Ass whippings should be part of the crime. Should be part of the sentence. Let's say 5-minute ass whipping with this kind of belt, or 5 paddles. Because I guarantee you people won't do the stupid stuff that they're doing right here. This fool right here decided that he was angry at the police, so he kept on throwing nails in the street, which damaged thousands of people's cars. You heard me. Nails. Just kept on dumping them out. Ain't had nothing to do with nothing. You got a hole in your tire all messed up, all 4 running flat, because of this fool right here. $1,000 fine and a slap on the wrist. I think he need his ass whooped. Let's keep on moving forward, y'all.
You've gotten a flat tire in Valrico recently. What if it wasn't an accident?
Yeah, the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says someone has been spreading nails all across a busy roadway because of a grudge against law enforcement. News Channel 8's Ryan Arbogast spoke with some...
Well, I have a grudge against his ass enforcement when I'm putting my Timberland at it.
Pretty angry neighbors, and has the latest.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office says this was no accident. This was a man with a plan.
Damn shame.
It's a sound drivers along Miller Road have heard since last September.
I would be highly surprised if there was under 300 or 400 victims when this is all said and done.
A tire shop's dream. Nail after nail after nail, so much steel. News Channel 8 viewers could not stop sending us pictures.
I said I had 3 nails the first day. A week later, another 1 or 2, and it was about a nail a week minimum.
Lauren Sherp says her cleaning business is falling flat because of multiple cancellations thanks to this man, 51-year-old Felix Oresti. He's accused of dumping thousands of nails in his Valrico neighborhood.
Oh, it's killed
Felix needed his ass whooped.
my business. It has absolutely killed it. I killed myself for 2 years straight, 7 days a week building this and have an amazing record. But when you have to constantly cancel or change appointments, that has a massive effect on your business as a whole, your reputation, everything.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office saying their investigation into this sharp case of criminal mischief began in September. And it's nowhere near over.
We've had 3 on my car and 2 on my husband's.
Neighbors are getting so
Just people had to take days off from work to go to the dealership, pay hundreds of dollars.
deflated, they picked up the pieces themselves by the bagful. In this area near Miller Road, flat tire days became the new sick days.
I had to take personal days for going to the dealership.
The Hillsborough County Sheriff's Office saying the final nail in the coffin was surveillance. They tracked Oresti, watched him scatter the scrap, and found him with a bucket of leftovers.
Got him.
After he was arrested Tuesday, Oresti told deputies someone was following him, and he was frustrated with law enforcement.
Find a different hobby or pastime. Maybe a less expensive one. I don't know.
Let's just say the only person feeling flat tonight is Oresti. He's facing numerous felony and misdemeanor charges relating to 27 different reports. Reporting in Valrico tonight.
I know a lot of people in the comments be like, yo, Bugatti, chill. You always want to. Yeah, man. On that one, he need his ass whooped. Just like this fool right here. This mother of Aiden that lost his life in this road rage situation. We've been following this story for a while, you guys. And we know how it transpired, what happened out of road rage. But what we don't understand is what's going on with the father. Let me bring you guys, rewind a little bit. Maybe we never broke this story. We had a situation where a mother was driving her son to school. And she got into a little bit of a road rage situation with somebody where she pulled to the side of the road and she gave him the finger. Guy pulled out a weapon, pow, pow, and she had a child in the back of the car. Child lost his life as she was crying and trying to get some help. Now, the father of the child is suing the mother for wrongful death, trying to say that she should have never did the finger. Let's go. Let's keep it going, y'all.
6-year-old boy who was shot and killed in a road rage incident is now being sued by the boy's father. This happened on the 55 freeway back in 2021, and the man who killed Aiden Leos has been sentenced to 40 years to life in prison. Aiden's mother thought that was the end of her legal fight, but tonight Orange County reporter Bianca Buono sat down exclusively with her and joins us live in Santa Ana with this latest chapter. Bianca.
Mark, Aiden's mother had to watch her 6-year-old son die in front of her after being shot by another driver. She says this new lawsuit blaming her feels like torture.
He's named Barry.
Joanna Clunan clutching tightly to her son Aiden Leos's favorite teddy bear.
He slept with him every night.
That bear is now comforting her, serving as a reminder of her 6-year-old son whose life was taken in May of 2021.
I used one of his old car seats to put Barry in so it didn't feel empty in the back.
Clunan was driving Aiden to school on the 55 freeway when another driver swerved and cut in front of her. Clunan got out of the lane and gave the driver a middle finger before going to pull away. But a passenger in that car, Marcus Anthony Ayres, rolled down the window and fired a gun, striking Aiden in his car seat. Clunan frantically pulled over, screaming for help as Aiden lost his life. In 2024, Ayres was sentenced to 40 years to life for Aiden's murder.
It is the most horrible pain I could ever imagine upon a mother.
Now, another stunning blow. Aiden's father, Joey Leos, filing a lawsuit blaming her.
I'm disgusted. I'm offended. none of that is truth.
Neither Leos nor his attorney responded to our request for comment, but their 13-page complaint, which also names Ares and his girlfriend at the time, Win Lee, who was driving the car, alleges if Cloonan had not engaged in dangerous acts of road rage and no shots would have been fired by Ares as a direct retaliation for Cloonan's act of road rage, Aiden would still be alive.
He's re-victimized me. Fully. And I've had to relive all that pain over again. I just want to be left alone.
The most abusive case I've ever seen of trying to kick someone while they're down.
Mike Caspino is representing Cloonan pro bono and says this lawsuit is unprecedented.
See, I don't even want to, we don't even got to go no further into that situation right there, because all I see is nonsense coming out of it, and I just don't think that it's right. I mean, that right there, that's pretty crazy right there, and I want to pray for the family as well as her and the child who lost his life in this tragic event, you guys. Definitely I feel sorry for her. Thought that she would be able to get over something like this, and she's still driving around with the car seat with the bear in the back because she just can't let it go. Feel terrible about this situation. Amen, you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Want you guys to see what's going on with this rent guideline situation right now that's going on. One thing that may be good that's going on in New York right now, it's called the Transparency Act, and it's basically making it so that landlords have to show people that have an apartment what the prior rent was, what everything about their apartment, and all of the rental history. Let's get into this real quick, you guys. It's the New York City Rental Transparency Act that's about to take effect later this month.
When I first moved in, figuring out that it was rent stabilized, I had to do all that work myself.
Bushwick resident Tykeira Pride has spent nearly 6 years living in Bushwick, Brooklyn, and she knows firsthand how confusing the city's rent system can be.
Contacting DHCR, getting the rent history in the mail, all of that took weeks and months of time that my landlords never thought to share with me.
Pride eventually learned she'd been overpaying for her apartment. The process taught her how hidden and complicated rent information can be for tenants. That's why she supports the city's new Rent Transparency Act, which takes effect January 23rd. The law, led by City Council member Sandy Nurse, will require buildings with rent-stabilized units to post clear signs in English and Spanish, showing their status on how tenants can look up their rent histories.
When tenants don't know if they're in a rent-stabilized building or in a rent-stabilized apartment, landlords often overcharge them, harass them, eventually kick them out, and then jack up the rent for the next tenant.
Nurse says the goal is to stop those patterns before they start and to make rent information clear the moment someone moves in.
We've lost over 130,000 rent stabilized units, and that could be from them just coming out of the rent stabilization program, or most likely bad landlords who are harassing tenants. This is an opportunity to empower tenants with information, help them make sure they keep their rent low, and make sure they're not being charged an illegal rent.
She said,
yeah, because you guys can actually go online if you live in certain states and find your rental history and see, what they've been paying last year, the year before, and then basically gauge it yourself to see if the increases all make sense. I did it myself because every apartment that you live in, it has a rental history. Sometimes you might get that landlord that wants to jack up and inflate the bills, and then you read it yo, wait a minute, I'm paying $500 more than I'm supposed to. Give me my money back. Oh, we got a problem. I'll see you in court. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, and double tap that screen. I got more for you over here. We done lost our dial-up that basically is telling us, what's the next thing coming up on board, but I don't really need that because I watch all my videos and I really I'm a part of these situations, so I know what's going on here. So if I don't have a chance to look at the thing over there, I'm sorry, I'm gonna have to do it this way, but I still want to bring you guys the rest of this content, so I got to do what I got to do. I apologize for turning around for a second, because some people, they really hate when I turn around. Let's keep on moving forward to this condo in Baltimore, I believe. New York. New York. They're not just, I just want to ask you guys one question. Is this going poo far? I didn't say too far. I said, is it going poo, like Winnie the Pooh? Is it going poo far? When I ask you guys that question, I'm saying, is it going too far to ask you when you move into a condo, hey, you can move in, but if you have a dog, okay, in that case, if you have a dog, we're gonna have to ask you to give us a poo-poo sample. What do you mean a poo-poo sample? Yes, a boo-boo, a shit sample from your dog. And why is that? This way, if you don't clean up after your dog, we take a little piece of it and we send it in, and we sending you a $250 fine for not cleaning up after your dog. Yes, this is crazy what this condo is about to start doing, y'all. Never heard of this before.
Involves a bit of paw and order in New Jersey. Condo complex putting people in the doghouse, like that one, for not cleaning up after their pets. They're serious about it, though. They're using DNA samples to track those dogs down. News 4's Charles Watson in Edgewater to explain exactly how it works. Charles?
Somebody said this is a situation.
Yeah, David. So look, folks who live here at Hudson Harbor here behind me say they get fed up walking past or even stepping in dog dropping. So this condo community decided to go high tech using DNA to track down dog owners who refuse to clean up after their pups. For Ileana Marquez, there's nothing quite as disgusting as passing or stepping in dog waste when she walks her Yorkie Poo Lola around her condo complex in Edgewater.
Why should everybody have to deal with your dog's poop?
The folks at Hudson Harbor have a canine calling card of sorts. The program requires dog owners to have their pups swabbed. That means genetics are on file with DNA dog waste management company Poo Prints.
They have like a whole lab, and then they maintain a DNA database of every dog we have in the building.
This is what the kit looks like, and the property manager tells me it is pretty simple to use. Once the unwanted poo is located, they take this knife, cut a piece off, and put it into this bottle, which is then placed in this biohazard bag. And
so that means you got to take the doodle and smear it on the top of that bottle like you smearing peanut butter. Ugh.
Sent off to the lab.
Normally within a week, they give us results and they are able to tell us which dog it belongs to.
That usually means a $250 fine for the dog owner, a steep price to pay for some.
For nowadays, it's hard for your wallet, you know?
I don't have a problem with that. But dog owner Mike Gordon.
Now that dog is gorgeous. He looks like Chewbacca. Look at this one right here. It's gorgeous. Look at this one. Y'all tell me this dog ain't cute right here. Looking like Chewbacca.
And says it's the price you pay to keep this community clean for folks like him and his 6-year-old Cavapoo Eggsy.
With that, I would, maybe make it steeper even, because there's still some instances where we run across some people leaving some stuff behind.
Biopet Labs, the parent company of Poo Prints, telling News 4 nearly 300 communities between New Jersey and New York use its service. Nationally, more than 9,000. It's the perfect solution for Marquez and Lola.
I think it only improves the property.
Yeah, so if you're wondering, yes, Hudson Harbor has used Poo Prints to sniff out residents who have failed to pick up droppings. They're hoping that $250 fine is large enough to remind people to just clean up after your dog. For now, we're live in Edgewater. Charles Watson, News 4 New York.
Oh boy. Yeah, clean up your poo. And there's a lot of people in the comments that actually agree too. I see people in the comments like, yeah, I see what you mean, because people get tired of stuff like that. I understand. And I used to be a super all the time. I used to try all sorts of stuff. There's only one thing that actually really worked, because if you can get them to not come next to your property, that's what really worked. You want to get that hospital grade medical cleaning stuff that has that crazy hospital smell. It's because it's red. You cut it with a little bit of water. Put it in a spray bottle. Spray all the trees on the bottom of the flower pots. Everything low on their level. I'm telling you, they get the hell away from that smell. Only thing is the people be like, yo, what the hell is that smell? It smells like the hospital. Exactly, the hospital in front of the building. I'd rather have that than be dealing with a whole bunch of boo-boo. I got this other one I want you guys to see right here that's pretty crazy. I want you guys to tell me if you feel like this mother has stepped outside of her boundaries when she's letting her 6-year-old do wax jobs on adults that are nills naked. That's what I said. Wax jobs. That's right, a 6-year-old. Check this out, you guys. Watch this.
It was a case that had a lot of people talking. A woman accused of letting her 5-year-old daughter wax dozens of adult clients. And today, she appeared in court. Thanks for joining us, everyone. I'm Alex Coleman.
And I'm April Thompson. WRG's Braille Brown has more on why her hearing was reset and the outcome her attorney is hoping for.
Hopefully I can convince them to drop this.
Here's your attorney in the state are continuing to work on this matter.
see how this is going to be resolved. There may need to be some time to see how this is going to ultimately play out.
It just don't even make sense. Like I said to you guys before, sometimes you could just make up something in your head and wait 2 weeks and it's gonna happen. What the hell?
Moss, charged with child neglect and abuse for allegedly allowing her 5-year-old daughter to wax dozens of nude adult clients at Moss's home waxing business.
It's an unusual case. It's a little complicated because there was a DCS investigation, and also there's some licensing issues with Miss Moss with the cosmetology board. So we need some time to investigate that.
The allegations against Moss came in light after a viral Instagram post, which according to the court documents, showed the girl applying hot wax on nude clients.
So the video went viral of the little girl putting hot wax on an adult's private area.
Court documents say in the post, Moss wrote she and her daughter waxed 24 people. Her defense attorney told your news leader after spending time investigating, they believe the state should drop the case.
Certainly, maybe some questionable.
What do I do with them? I look at the gift memberships and do what, you guys?
Parenting, but does that amount to a crime? Our position is that it does not. DCS investigated this. The child is still in Miss Moss's custody. Again, we're just hopeful that we can convince the prosecutors that what they have is somebody who made a mistake.
Thank you guys for all of the gift memberships. I think that is when you guys can take those memberships, correct? That means you guys are becoming members. I first of all want to thank you for it because of the fact that means you guys want to be here. So I appreciate that. But as far as if there's any movements or anything I need to do, you guys, my mods and my friends and family, you guys are going to have to tell me what I need to do to do whatever with that. I don't know what to do with it.
Has remedied that mistake, is back on track, and the criminal justice system does not need to be involved.
The next court appearance for Moss is set for July 16th. Reporting for your news leader, Braille.
Anybody can have one. I want anybody that needs that membership or can have it. If you guys can get to it, if there's a sort of a step up or whatever, you got to rush to get it. Whatever we got to do, anybody that's really here a lot, like certain people that don't always have it, like Jay Mood, like maybe Luigi, all of those people, certain ones like that, and Terry, you know what I'm saying, people that need a little bit of help sometime too. Whoever it is, I want you guys to get those memberships. I want those memberships to go for what it's been intended for. Everything goes where it needs to go around here. That's right. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Yeah. Let's go. Yeah, you see that nonsense right there. I don't know what was her objective and what her plan was, but it's definitely some sort of child neglect right there because it makes no sense at all. In order to have somebody doing something like that as a 5 or a 6-year-old, I don't understand it. I do not get it. I don't get it. Now, let's close those screens in real quick, or maybe we got to open them up. Because I knew the form that I wanted to have going down in these videos today, so I don't need your little letters or whatever like that. I can rock with this. Guess who's not the mayor of New York no more? And yes, thank you so much. I don't think we ever got that many memberships ever. This is a lot. We never got that many memberships at all ever. So thank you guys so much for the memberships. We appreciate you, and that means you guys want to be a part of the show. I love it. That means I got a lot of work to do. I'm gonna keep on doing it. I promise you. Every single day, keep on pulling and bringing it to you. But I want you guys to see what's going on with our ex-Mayor Adams real quick. He ain't too happy. Don't be running up in his face. I ain't your damn mayor no more. I might have to get you punch you in the mouth. You know what he said? I ain't the damn mayor no more. And I'm still from Brooklyn. Some lady tried to run up on him as he was getting off the plane. And he ain't too happy already. So I wouldn't be messing around with the ex-mayor.
Eric Adams, please punch me in the face. I would love it if you punched me in the face. Okay?
She said, I would love it if you punched me in the face.
You can get too.
All right?
Yeah, you.
Things are over.
Yeah, good. Thank God. Damn. And I can see your ugly face everywhere. Damn.
That's right. He turned around and went in her face like, you about to see the Brooklyn Igga in me. Ooh, y'all saw that? Rewind, selector. Let's go. Let's bring it back.
I would love it if you punched me in the face. Okay, you can get too.
All right?
Yeah, you.
Things are over.
Yeah, good. Thank God. Damn. And I can see your ugly face everywhere. Damn.
That's right. No more detail. No more first class. No more night suits. You're on your ass. He's no longer the mayor, so he's angry. Now he gotta take a lift or taxi to his crib.
Eric Adams, please punch me in the
No more detail for you, buddy. You ain't got no more protection. She said, please punch me in the face. Yeah, you were just trying to, what do you call that, gaslight him? She was trying to gaslight him to turn him up to get him to, bow, stay in your place. Do me a favor, you guys, if y'all appreciate the content that you're getting right now, because it takes me a little while to get it. I love to try to entertain to make sure that you guys are up to par with what's going on, as well as make you laugh. Let's see what's going on with this turtle as it got caught up in some coral, or was it in a net? And I love when people come to the rescue of animals. This woman found a poor turtle stranded on the beach, and she did the right thing. Took her time and freed it. Check this out, you guys. People like this, I love them. Because he wouldn't have been able to make it. There was no time to waste. It's wrapped around his neck. See, having trouble breathing. Oh, she's using a seashell to cut it. Wow. I didn't know seashells were sharp enough to cut rope. Hey, we learning something together right now, y'all. Seashells are hard enough to cut rope. Wow, it's really in there too. To save that animal like that. You guys see that? If you guys appreciate that right there, come on now, double tap that screen to get those likes up. Y'all understand what I'm talking about over here. We love the animals. It only took her 1 second to do that, and look how beautiful it was. Now the turtle's gonna live longer, and that was great. Look at that. Look at all the people. See, that was beautiful. I love people that love animals. If you love animals, you're one of my good friends. I'm gonna be honest with you. I actually determine my friends off of that. And women too. Say to her, she don't even know I'm setting her up right now. I say stuff like, so if you see a dog in the street and it's hungry, what would you do? I just listen to the answer. Ooh, I get away from that nasty thing. I don't think me and you gonna be able to work out, boo. But I won't tell her that. I won't tell her that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you guys to see this right here. We're talking about protection going a little crazy right here. You guys already see it on the screen. You see the lions. I know you do. But as you know, most of the time, the female lioness, who is the mother, she goes out to hunt while the cubs stay home with the rest of the pack. I'm sorry, the pride. This one particular day, mom went out hunting and dad was out at the same time. He came back and his pups, his cubs, were outside with other lions in their pride. He wasn't too happy about that. And they're saying that he was a little overprotective of his cubs. I'm saying that after that day, the mother lions was probably like, y'all better not mess with Cornelius's cubs. Y'all know how he get back when he come back home. Watch this right here. They're saying that this male lion is protecting the cub from fellow pride members, but they're not planning on really doing nothing to him. He's actually going a little extra right here. Let's check this out, because dad is doing some babysitting and he's trying to make an impression. And your boy ran over there like, yo, this dude is tripping. Yo, what's going on with Cornelius, man? This fool is tripping on us. We live together. She's sitting down. I don't know, but you need to get away from me too. You making me mad too. Yo, Cornelius, man, what the hell going on with you, bro? We all family around here. This is strange behavior being displayed here, as a male lion is rarely concerned themselves with the whereabouts of their cubs. Cornelius ain't playing, and she bit him on his butt a little bit too. Yeah. Told you to get back, Kenny. Kenny, I done told you to get back. Cornelius ain't playing, boy. Cornelius is going at it. Bitch, did you just bite me? You saw that, right? Now that's the African hood. In that hood, he would be called a good dad, believe it or not, for protecting his cubs. As you see, ain't nobody messing around with Cornelius' cubs. He can leave them on the road now. Ain't nobody messing around with his cubs no more, right? They can do whatever they want. Hakuna Matata. My daddy name is Cornelius. If y'all mess with me, y'all know what it's gonna be. Yeah, y'all know. Don't mess around with Cornelius babies, y'all. Do not mess around with Cornelius babies. And if y'all trying to make some money, hit that link in the description so that you can make up to $550 from surveys. Hit that link. You're going to see the survey. You're going to click on that survey. You complete the survey, and you're going to be able to make 400 off of one, and the other one is like 200 and something bucks. Go ahead and make some money off those surveys, because you'll make some money, and I'll make some money too for this Saturday morning, you guys. And guess what? If you're trying to promote your business, I don't know, you might be a lawn doctor, a lawyer, a traveling salesman. You might sell shoes. I don't know what you do, shoes, shirts, whatever. Guess what? We have a great platform over here with almost 70,000 subscribers that we're going to be able to promote your business to. All you got to do is send over your promos to us, but you got to be subscribed, or maybe one of those 60 members that came in today. Send us over your promos. It has to be in a 1080 by 1080 size frame in order for YouTube to be able to put it up in the post notification area. And that's all you got to do. And if you want to send it over to me, send it over to bridgethisllc@gmail.com. The same way I'm saying it, bridge, like the Brooklyn Bridge. This, not that, but this, LLC@gmail.com. Send over your promos, ideas for shows. Don't send me anybody else's video clips or their shows, because I don't watch anybody else's show because I do not want to sound like them. And I'm too busy doing mine. So I appreciate you guys trying to put me onto other shows, but I don't look at anyone else's show but ours. Notice how we're not like anybody else. They're not like us. That's right. But also, you want to send me an email? Send me a contact information? That's right. bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's the way to go about doing that, you guys. It's the weekend. It's Saturday. I know you guys got some plans going on, because guess what we got planned coming up? We got the Show Your Talent search that's coming up, where Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island, boom, can make 250 bucks off of this talent show right here. I'm the host, BOOGOTTINYC, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. And guess what? At first, we're going to be looking for people to win the 250. That's to bring everybody in. And then once we find 5 different people, as well as somebody from on the internet, you get a chance to make $1,000. That's right. So on top of the $250 that you may make off of the talent show, you still have a chance to make another 1,000 bucks. How do you get in the talent show? What sort of talent are you looking for, Bugatti? Well, check this out. All you got to do is go over to www.drinkbigdrip.com, and that is how you be a part of the talent show. Put your email address in the email notification area. We're going to send you notifications on where we're going to be at and what we got going on. You know me, I'm Bugatti NYC, and my DJ Don Donna, formerly Donna of Black Ink Crew. That's my DJ. And we be turning up in all 5 boroughs, plus we're coming to other states. And yes, if you guys want to be a part of the talent show, all you got to do is hit that button and say, I'm ready to go. And we're going to look at your talent, and hopefully you'll get a chance to win. That's right, you guys. The Show Your Talent search, sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. This, I don't even know why you guys are even second guessing it. Drinking that cut water, all that other crap. It tastes like garbage. It's 4%. That stuff is 4%. This is 14. Oh my God. I don't gotta sell you once you taste it. Trust me, everybody knows Casey had it. Everybody done tasted it. That's part of our group that already came through. Had a fantastic time at the Staten Island tasting, and then we had a great other location in the Bronx. You guys, you know where we're going with it right now, right? Can't leave out of here without those prayers. We got to make sure that we're covered. Got to make sure that we're secured. Let the Lord know that we love him and we care for him and we want to be protected by him at all times. And guess what? Without him, there would be no us. So that's right. I want to pray for every single person that's in the chat, everybody that came through to show love for the show, and everybody who's not here. Pray for health, security, sanity, and for good spirits for all of our friends as well as our family and animals, because you know we love our animals around here. That's right, Miss Swanza. Thank you so much for all of the super chats as well as the memberships. And Liberty and Justice, Iggy, Tony, Quests, who we got up in here? Matthew, my brother from no other, BX in the building, Casey in the building. We got Miss Swanza. We got Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, my sister, who keeps on chiming in. And as long as I see you over there, girl, you know I know you're doing okay. Send me another email. Just so you guys know, me and Rebecca Lanyen Bueno, we always emailing back and forth. You guys can do the same thing. We family up in here. That's right, you guys. Who else we got up in here? V. We want to make sure that Jay Wood gets some love. Also Tanya. Also maybe make sure that Miss Swanza. Thank you so much, Miss Swanza. Sam Champion. Liberty and Justice. I can't do it without you. Batty Lynn. Always holding it down with that audio and the video. I go to you, girl. I swear I do. Jeffrey Spilker. Mark Dorfman. I can't wait till we have an event where we all can be together, you guys. Amen. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. So until tomorrow, Purple Sunday. Purple Sunday, y'all. It's Purple Sunday. Purple Sunday. That's the reason why we have the little merch and certain things like this. I'm not trying to get rich because I know I can on this site. But if you like, we got the purple representation with the keychain right there. You guys can get that somewhere right there on the at the show right there. Go right down to the store and pick up one of those. I think they're like $3.99. Add this to your keychain. That'd be pretty cool to see you guys send me a picture with what you've done with your keychain on your key link, or what you've already done with your decal. Even if it's my members, all of you guys who've been members for over 3 months, we always send you guys these. So we got a couple of people that's coming up. If you've been a member already for 3 months, send me your mailing address and I'll send you one of these. Or you can actually just go right onto the link right there and buy one for $3.99. And I think the keychain is very affordable as well. We understand that it's real hard out here for people, so we don't really try to hit your pockets crazy. But we would appreciate it if you represent, show people who we are, and it really gets back to more people out there. Really trying to run those numbers up. Go ahead and join the Instagram page, Bugatti NYC's Instagram page. We now have a TikTok page for our bottom line. We are now just adding more content, more information. You guys can feel free with sending us your TikToks to the Bridge This Location, email, and I'll put those up there as well. It's a family affair over here, guys, so don't think it's all just me. Tomorrow, Purple Sunday, can't wait to see you guys. Same channel, same place, 6 o'clock in the morning. You could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came in to chill with me, I appreciate you. Until tomorrow, you guys, get 'em. Peace.